The views and opinion expressed in this documentary are my own and are based on publicly available information and personal research. This film, 9 minutes, is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. It does not reflect the official stance of Valve Corporation or any other organization. Viewer discretion is advised and any inaccuracies are unintentional.
Has always been a problem in Counter-Strike, and with Counter-Strike 2 it has reached a point where it's literally unplayable, and we can all agree with that.
Facts. He's spitting facts. Let's put this a bit louder.
Almost every single competitive or premier match has at least one cheater.
Or Faceit match as well, if you're above 3 kilo.
In this documentary, we will take a look at how Valve's anti-cheat has changed over time, how it started, and why it's struggling to keep up with modern cheating methods.
Honestly, I don't understand why people be making these videos when we have the esports most decorated, the highly respected, one of the most successful, beautiful, amazing journalists telling us that we are all mentally problematic with our head. Even though he admitted mental problems terminally online, but it's not him, it's us. We are all crazy who play the game thinking that everybody's cheating, when they're not. He knows this because he doesn't play the game. Mentally terminally online, Mr. Richard Lewis.
Overwatch was first introduced in CSGO in a beta state. Overwatch allowed a group of selected players to watch game replays flagged for potential cheating. These players would check the replays for suspicious behavior and vote on whether the player was cheating. If enough players voted guilty, cheater would be permanently banned, usually within a few days. This community-based system was created to help fix some of the delays in banning cheaters.
Today's video is sponsored by RainGG. Rain is one of the fastest growing CS2 case opening sites. Besides fun case openings, they offer game modes like case battles, upgrader, and doubles. Rain gives players free daily, weekly, and monthly cases. If you sign up with my code LOBA, you get 3 free cases and 5 deposit bonus. The site supports instant deposit and withdrawals using skins or crypto. If you want to try Rain, click the first link in the pinned comment and use code LOBA to claim your rewards. Please remember, loot boxes sites can be addictive, so make sure you're over 18 and only spend money you can afford to lose. Good luck.
Gabe Newell, Valve CEO, because of the community pressure, he made a post on Reddit to explain how the Valve anti-cheat system operated. They were collecting every DNS data from players' computers, basically tracking and monitoring network info to catch cheaters. Players couldn't agree with that, believing that VAC had access into their files. Because of this, Valve had to be less invasive and had to change how the system operated completely.
Bro, crybabies ruined VAC, okay. Prime beta launch.
Valve introduced the Prime Beta update for CSGO, aiming to reduce cheating through improved matchmaking. Prime status required players to link a phone number and achieve rank 21, categorizing accounts as Prime and non-Prime. Prime players were matched with other blind players, receiving exclusive rewards like item and weapon cases. The intent was to separate invested players, assumed less likely to cheat, from those with new accounts. This update did not directly address detection capabilities, but aimed to lower cheater encounters through separation. Cheating in CSGO was out of control, and some Russian hackers were so fed up and created some kind of protest. They built bots that were flooding into players' lobbies so they couldn't queue a match, and spamming chat message that was saying, "Good day gentlemen, as you know CSGO is full of cheaters. Valve does nothing about it. You can cheat and not get banned. They just rake in money from skins and it will keep going until you stop giving them cash. Please don't play CSGO for one day. Let's show Valve we are not cattle, we are customers and we can demand a normal product without cheaters and bugs. Valve, fix your anti-cheat." Valve stopped the bots in a few hours and still ignored the message. Valve introduced Trust Factor, a system to refine matchmaking by considering various factors only for prim status. Trust Factor used observed behaviors and attributes including time spent playing CSGO, frequency of cheating reports, and activity in other Steam games to categorize players into green, yellow, and red trust levels. The algorithm behind Trust Factor was kept secret. While intended to improve match quality, Trust Factor did not directly improve the anti-cheat, and cheating remained a significant issue as it relied on behavior rather than detection.
Guys, did you know all of this? I did not know all of this. Why don't we have this hacker protest now again?
Valve Anticheat is being updated, introducing VacNet with a YouTube document.
2018, initial testing of VacNet. And today is 2025, 7 years later, and Mr. Richard Lewis comes out and says, they are preparing the anti-cheat, just need more data. 7 years of data, not enough? Spinwater still going crazy, scouting from one wall to another wall. Need more data, definitely.
Explaining its
Pro players banned from cheating as well. Joel, quickly. Yeah, we really need more data. Pros cheating and match fixing tier 2, tier 3. Yeah, we need more data. Skins not working, too many knives in one case. Well, we don't need more data. We saw a tweet. Let us fix. Pop, pop, pop.
Functionality. At that moment, Valve needed significant help from the community to review Overwatch cases. But why? Because VacNet was an AI-based system to analyze cheater demos and detect suspicious behavior such as pinbotting by scanning player movements. It was a short time of period until Valve decided to randomly remove VacNet and delete the YouTube documentary. Valve introduced the Thruster launch. It was made to block cheating injections into the game process, aiming to prevent external hacks. Thruster launch is still active today, but the only process it can block is OBS, a recording software.
Alright, I love this guy. What the hell? They introduced Valve fixing cheating. They introduced Trusted launch, and the only thing it blocks it's OBS, so you can't stream the game.
OBS, a recording software. Valve secretly disabled the Overwatch system, the single tool that actually gave players a fighting chance against cheaters. Many of you might be saying, but I remember I was still able to review Overwatch cases back then. Yes, you are right, you could still review cases completely fine, but the magic happened when you had to submit the verdict. Valve removed all the effects of the verdict, so even if you tick the aim box or not, the cheater still won't be banned because the verdicts had no effect. In CS2 launch, Valve introduced VAC Live, an extension of VAC operating in real time. VAC Live can remove cheaters mid-game by monitoring players' activity for suspicious behavior which are flagged for further investigation. When the cheats are detected, the offending player is immediately removed from the match, preventing them from further disrupting the game. This had led to many false positives and it penalized legitimate players, and because of this, Valve has decided to non-bot cheaters who are detected by VAC Live permanently. If they are obviously cheating, the player gets a global cooldown in stages, first being 2 hours, second being 4 hours, third being 8 hours, and so on. Of course, there are some exchanges.
So cheaters don't get banned; they just get temporary ban, and then after 2 hours they're back to cheating.
Some cheaters can be banned permanently. VAC 3.0 has been finally released after a full year of collecting data. Now cheaters using Rage Hack face many limitations and can no longer use Rage features without being detected. Valve has been working hard, and VAC is its best state ever, with VAC 3.0 now also available for non-prime accounts. However, the reality is that as long as there's money to be made, cheat developers will continue to find bypasses, ensuring that the cat and mouse game never ends. Another unexpected detail is the scale at which cheat developers operate. Some well-known cheat providers have built a huge customer base, reportedly having more than 20,000 loyal customers paying $20 monthly, which generates significant revenue. Also, trust factor has been improved.
So wait, bro, listen to this. He just said 20k is just some cheat developers have 20,000 people paying them money for cheat. That's just some cheat developers. Now some other might have more, some other might have less. But on top of that, you have like more than 500,000 bots farming cases. You saw those videos of bots in those games just farming cases. And on top of that, you have match fixers, you have cheaters, you have skin bots, you have all these things. So how many are the real players? Because all those bots that are just sitting there and farming skins, idling, that as well goes into, because there's like 100, 200 sites that needs those bots. Then you have only players who are only traders who never play the game, Restream Pixel. Then you have on the other side cheaters. Then you have the bots who are farming the medals. So how many are the real players playing? Like what is this?
If a player blatantly cheats and manages to avoid a penalty, their trust level will drop down to red and they will be matched against low tier accounts or other cheaters. Detecting legit hacks to evade obvious detection still remains a challenge. Why Faceit Anticheat works and why is it better? Faceit Anticheat uses a mix of tools to catch cheaters. It has a kernel mode driver, which means it can look deep into your computer files to spot cheats like aimbot or wall hacking by watching how you play in real time. It also checks for weird mouse movements or aim patterns that look fishy, making it hard for cheaters to hide. Additionally, Faceit has a team that quickly handles reports and sometimes manually banning cheaters.
Bro, they have a team who does this. Wait, I didn't know about this, because Faceit actually replies to emails that they don't check reports and they don't manually ban. Okay, this is false information, because we know by reporting them, they reply that they don't check demos and they don't manually ban cheaters. So this doesn't exist.
While implementing Faceit Anticheat into Cs2 will reduce cheaters, introducing Faceit Anticheat into Cs2 will massively cut down on cheaters as it's more effective at catching them. But it's not simple, Cs2 has way more players than Faceit, so it might struggle to handle everyone. Cheaters could also find new ways to cheat and some players might not like it due to privacy worries. Still, it could help, especially for competitive play, if Valve can figure out how to make it work. However, it's not a complete solution. Recent scandals such as cheaters going undetected for over 500 games until exposed on a video highlight that Faceit Anticheat isn't perfect. The evidence is clear that cheats are becoming less accessible and more expensive. For example, Faceit cheat prices can vary from $50 to $300 monthly depending on firmware quality, as cheaters need custom hardware to bypass detection. In my personal opinion, Valve should partner with Faceit introducing their anti-cheat to the game that could be enabled with a single click in Cs2 launch options. Match the players together who would have agreed and let the others who refuse play with the regular anti-cheat. In the end, Valve show a little bit of intention to fix the cheating problem and help the community stand against cheaters. However, every time they try, they mess up rolling out changes that don't really solve the issue effectively. So without some big changes like adopting kernel level detection from Valve, the game might never offer a truly fair competitive experience.
Oh, good edit, good talking, everything good. Especially this thing, his opinion I really like, that you can put Faceit Anticheat and then you can turn it on or off. But again, introducing Faceit Anticheat, just people gonna spend more money on cheats and still cheat like they do it on Faceit. They still do it all the time.